So, Zack Snyder. What's up, guys? Welcome to Superwise. I'm John, and it is officially confirmed by the man himself, the Snyderverse is dead. So naturally, everyone will accept this and move on, right? Right? We've known this for a bit, but Zack Snyder himself puts a nail in the coffin. It is the end of an era, and these were very formative years as a content creator, as a fan of DC. You know, I was there opening weekend for Man of Steel, and I loved it the day I saw it, and I love it to this day. This universe can be described as wasted potential. I mean, the universe was a mess. There's no getting around it. It's just a fact. So incredibly disjointed. I am so happy that we have a new era under James Gunn. Because where we were at before is seriously, like, troubling. Like, you think about what we almost had, a Wonder Twins movie before a Green Lantern movie. That old regime, oh my. I don't know how I survived 5 years without a proper movie Superman. I mean, we were suffering, and it's easy to forget, but I genuinely don't know how we got through this era. I mean, we were starving. There was so much DC lore untapped, and that's the beauty of James Gunn's slate. It is the perfect DC slate to me because it has the perfect mix of everything I love about DC. We got some heavy hitters. We got some cult fan favorites. He's truly embracing all the aspects of DC, and that's what we've been craving, and it's just crazy. I just don't know how I did it. I don't know how we did it. I am so grateful and appreciative of the spot we're in right now because the future has never looked brighter. The leadership with Gunn and Safran, so good. We're gonna be eating good as DC fans, and you know, the Snyderverse, it had its moments. I mean, we had some great castings, got some great movies within it. Hell, I still like all of Zack's DC movies. And after the fantastic Zack Snyder's Justice League, a lot of us were very justified in saying, restore the Snyderverse. I know that's a whole thing. But, you know, after that cut, we needed a plan, we needed a through line, we needed something to look forward to, and that thing set up a more exciting future than, say, a Wonder Twins movie or a Plastic Woman movie. Like, these things were real things. The Snyder Cut era was great. I loved making constant videos on the trailers, the promos, the Will Discovery Save the Snyderverse stuff. It's very entertaining to me to see how I've grown from then. But yeah, a couple weeks after that cut, couple months after that cut, we were justified in wanting to see that. But as time passed, we moved on. Of course, DC is more than one vision, and we got some great projects as a result of the Snyderverse not happening. And the best thing that could have happened to DC happened with James Gunn taking leadership and giving us that beautiful slate. For us DC fans, everything worked out perfectly, and now we got like the perfect Superman casting. We're gonna get a Bat family. Robin, my boy, was done dirty in the Snyderverse. Like, these mistakes that the Snyderverse made, they're getting rectified, and we're getting this fully functioning, ever-expanding, comic booky, fantastical universe, and I could not be more over the moon about it. This is the DC I've always wanted to see. The Snyderverse needed to go away because we were skimping on a lot of the DC lore, a lot of the classic dynamics that we all wanted to see. Like, I enjoyed it while it lasted, and I can even enjoy it more now as like an Elseworld universe, now that we're getting the new main continuity. It was a universe with some good, epic moments, man, but it was also a universe that had so much wasted potential. They made a lot of questionable decisions, like killing off Superman in your second film. They did some controversial characterizations, and it just ended up being this whole mess where they course corrected so many times. It divided the fandom, it gave DC a bad rap, and now, you know, we have these flops, so many flops, because the audience has just lost interest and they don't care anymore, and justifiably so. So back to the original point, Zack Snyder says he's fully moved on from DC, that he's happy doing his cinematic universe with Rebel Moon, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he has found another project in which he can pour his heart in and he can have a good time with. He also added that he would consider doing a Dark Knight Returns adaptation if James Gunn called him. On one hand, I think he'd cook with an adaptation like that. I mean, he adapted Watchmen, and it's a top 5 greatest comic book movie ever, in my opinion. But on the other hand, if we invite Zack Snyder back to DC, which I personally don't have a problem with on a surface level, it's Elseworlds, you could do it, why not? But we invite back the toxic fans that have just ruined DC. They're not DC fans, and do we really need to go through all this again? Where's my, restore the Dark Knight Returns universe. Like, shut up. I do not want that happening. It's just, these fans are delusional. They're delusional, and I don't think we need to be dealing with that again. If I say I like Zack Snyder's DC movies, it is so over. The assumptions will start jumping in. I hate Marvel. I hate DC. I'm not a real DC fan. I just like Snyder stuff. And it's like, the reputation is over. If you're a sane Snyder fan, it's over. You're being lumped in with the toxic ones. That's how bad it's gotten. That's how bad they are. It's just, it's so bad. It's so bad. Then again, I feel like if James Gunn wanted to make a Dark Knight Returns adaptation, he'd find the best person for the job, and if it happened to be Zack Snyder, you know, they're homies, they're buddies, and I think that's great. Two goats can coexist. This notion that James Gunn hates Zack Snyder or they're sworn enemies is so silly. Like, they both are chill with each other, and that's it. So if Snyder returned to DC, there are definite pros and cons to that situation. But those are my thoughts on the Snyderverse. It's time to move on. Everyone, it's time to move on. We're entering a brighter, awesome future with James Gunn. The DC we all want to see, us real fans want to see. It is over, but Netflix told Zack Snyder to say these things, so when they restored the Snyderverse on Netflix,
What? Okay, shut the fuck up!
It's just crazy because the Snyder cult called Henry Cavill a coward. They called him a traitor because he was wearing the blue and red suit, the classic Superman look, instead of the black suit. This is the delusion that we're dealing with here. It's over. It's time to move on, for the love of God. So tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about all this regarding the Snyderverse? It's over. Are you sad it's over? Did you want it to continue? Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That'll be all for me. Remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay super wise.